In this video, I'm gonna show you an aggressive opening for white that you can use to defeat your opponents in just a few moves. And it begins with the move e4, e5, knight f3, knight c6. We entered the Italian opening, he goes bishop c5. Then here instead of playing the classical c3 and then d4 and d3, we are going to play b4. This is the Evans Gambit. The idea behind this move is to give up this pawn in order to get a quick aggressive attack. Generally they take because if they doesn't and goes back, then you're ready to push these pawns and you will create difficulties for black on the queen side. Therefore they will take, but then you have c3. Now here, these are the common moves, bishop a5 or something like bishop c5. There's also bishop e7, which is also not that bad. Let's cover each of them one by one. First we will see the most common move, which is bishop to c5. Then you are going to play d4, attacking the bishop. He takes. Now, if you take this pawn, then there's bishop e4 check. And this is not that great for white. But instead, we are going to castle here. Now he can take this pawn or play something like knight f6. If he captures this pawn, then you are not going to recapture. But instead you play bishop takes f7 check. King takes, then queen d5 check. Hits the king and the bishop. King to 8. Then you could take this bishop, but there's another move which is queen h5 check. The idea behind this move is when he plays g6, now you are going to take, and as you can see, you have created an open diagonal for the bishop and the queen. And this is bad for black here because if knight f6, then you can just take this pawn and your next move is going to be this, and this is not good for black here. But what if he doesn't take this pawn? Instead you go for knight f6, then you just take, hitting the bishop. So bishop e6, then you play bishop e3. This is a common idea in the Evans Gambit to prevent black from castling. d5, striking in the center. Well, then you can take. He takes. Then you play knight c3. Here it seems like you have plundered a knight, but actually we are going to play rook to e1 check. If he blocks with the knight, then you have queen to b3, hitting the knight, hitting this pawn, and there's also rook takes knight coming in. And this is over for black here. And king to d7 is also bad because you can bring the queen here, hitting this, and you're threatening this. Therefore, bishop e6, then queen b3. Same idea, putting pressure here and attacking the knight. Knight a5 hits the queen and the bishop. But then you just play bishop takes e6, giving away the queen. Now he can't do much, so he takes the queen. But then you have bishop s3. And as you can see, is a discovered check. So he got a block with the queen, only move. Then you can take with the rook. And no matter what he do, you're not going to take this knight. Instead, just play rook a1. And after he tries to do anything, say he captures this pawn, you will finish the game with rook to 8, double check, checkmate. So what if instead of bishop c5, he goes for bishop a5? Then again, you just play d4. He takes, you just castle here. Now you can take this pawn, or you can just play knight g7 or knight f6. If he goes knight f6, then you can just push this pawn and it's not that great. So what if he takes this pawn? Then you just play queen b3, hitting this pawn. And as you can see, since the bishop is here, he cannot play knight a5. Here, if knight h6, then you can just take the knight, and after he takes, now white is just easily winning this. Therefore, queen e7. Then you just take this pawn with the knight, threatening to play knight d5. So he got a take, but then you just take. Now you're hitting this. So he blocks with knight f6. Then bishop e3 hits the queen and prevents him from castling. d6. Well, then you're going to play e5. He can't take with this pawn, otherwise he will take his queen, which have happened quite a lot. So knight takes e5. Well, then you can take, and after he takes, trying to exchange queens, then you just play rook e1, pinning his queen. So knight e4, but then you can just take, and after he takes, you again have rook e1, and then you can just take with the queen, and you can easily win this. But here, what if you place knight g7? This is also played quite often. Then you have knight g5 threatening a fork on f7. So he castle here, then queen h5 threatening mate in 1. h6 hits the knight. Then knight takes f7. threatening a discovered attack and also attacking the queen. So if it tries queen to e8, pinning this knight, then you can just play knight takes h6, double check, king h8, then knight f7, double check, king g8, and then you finish the game with queen h8, checkmate. This is a common mating pattern, and here if he tries to sacrifice the rook, then you will take with the bishop. Going here is bad because you are going to play bishop takes h6, so king f8. But then you play bishop b3, threatening mating 1. Now here you can easily win with this move, but there's a better move here which is queen takes h6, sacrificing the queen, and when he takes, but then you play bishop takes h6, checkmate, and this is a nice way to end the game. So now you know how to play the Evans Gambit, and if you want to learn more amazing openings like these, then you can check out this playlist. And if you want to learn some chess traps, then you can check out this right playlist. And if you don't want to miss the upcoming videos, then don't forget to subscribe.